Done.
We can start this class. Good afternoon to us all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much. So today we are looking at circle. And we will first define what we call locus. Locus refers to the
I can't hear you.
all points that satisfy a specific condition.
Sorry, sir, we can't hear you.
Locus refers to the set of all points that satisfy a specific condition. So now what is a circle? A circle is the locus of all points with distance.
Sir, please, we can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, it's clearer.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? So now, I said a circle so now is the locus. I said a circle is the locus of all points equidistance from a fixed point. Equidistance from a fixed point. A circle is the locus of all points equidistant locus from a fixed point. And earlier on, I define what we call a locus. And earlier on, I define what we call a locus.
Sorry, sir, you have to mute
Sir,
one of
please,
them.
it's echoing.
Sir, you have to mute your co-host. The thing is echoing.
Okay, hold on, please. Okay, hold on, please. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir, we can
hear you.
Hear you.
It's
Hello?
fine now. It's
hear you, sir.
fine
Hello?
now. Sir.
Okay, okay.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes, sir, please.
You haven't still mute yourself, sir. It's echoing.
So a circle is defined as the locus is defined
Still
as
echoing.
the
So
locus.
it's still the same
Sir, it's still
thing.
echoing.
It's still open. It's like you have to mute your co-host. Is the other
Yeah. I think that's on music host.
Guy, I'll get back to you.
Hello?
Hello, sir. It's better now.
Hello?
Hello, sir. It's better now.
Hello? I can hear you.
we can hear you clearly now.
The co-host is still unmuted. The co-host
Sir,
is
the
still
course
unmuted.
is unmuted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
It's
You
still
can,
echoing.
sir, but one of your
Sir, we
device
can hear you, just that it's echoing.
be echoing if you did not mute one of the
Hey.
device.
Yes, we can hear you.
I don't know.
It's on my part. Actually.
Hold on, please. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can.
Oh, okay. I think it's this Zoom work, please. I'm trying. It's Zoom work. I'm trying.
Sir, the course is still unmuted.
Okay. Okay. So a circle is the locus of all points. A circle is the locus
And the
of all.
co-host is
Sir,
still
it's still
unmuted.
breaking,
Sir,
it's still
the
echoing.
your second device, sir. Please mute your second device.
It's still echoing.
Hello. So can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's better
Okay,
now.
hear me now? So, okay. I said a circle is the locus. I said a circle point is
God,
the
oh, not
locus.
correct.
Is
Ah,
the
Jesus.
first
second device.
point.
Still on me.
Not
Jesus.
echoing.
One of your accounts,
Echoing because one of your device is not
yeah,
muted.
you are host and the co. So mute the one of you, man.
Sir, it has not stopped, sir. It has not stopped. Sir, end the class and start please.
So I
Sir,
would
mute
just say
one
you
of
should
you.
just mute everybody for now. Mute everybody.
Okay.
Problem is the code.
Probably.
You guys should mute yourself. I don't know why. Nearly. Why would you put safe as host and host? What the hell is this?
The last time I moved somebody and co, you know what happened?
You guys should
Just
just mute
Since
yourself. I don't know. I don't know. If you just leave the man beside. Amazing.
Easy one key.
Hold on, please.
Hold on, please. We still have data now.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, sir.
Can we see the
You
screen
can hear
now?
yourself.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes. You know
Yes,
this.
yes.
We can't see
We
your
can.
figure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
You can say it now.
because you need
That's really new.
Olú wa wà ṣe ìyá rẹ̀. Ọmọ yẹn mẹ́sìgì à.
Ẹ padà ní ó padà pè. Ó wá ó dàbí wọ́n retí pé kò kú.
So,
Hey guys, what's up, bro?
Timothy, are
hello,
you
Guy, this
Are you
2025. This 2025, guy. Nothing like class. This 2025.
hello.
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
good morning,
We can hear you, sir. Talk.
Okay. So a circle is the locus of all points
We sabi
equidistant
now. We sabi.
from a fixed point
Which circle,
We
sir?
called
We
the
sabi now. We
center
sabi
of
so.
the circle. And we define a locus as the set of all points that satisfy a specific condition or property.
Sharp.
Now,
Yes,
we look at
sir.
how to find the equation of a circle.
need to talk about it.
So consider a circle with center C.
Don't fucking tell me I've smoked.
Are you mad?
And if we have an arbitrary point P with coordinate
Please mute
XY.
Sir, please, can
everybody.
you mute
Hello, sir.
everybody?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
go
move.
there.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go down
Sir.
there.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Sir, please mute everybody, sir.
Sir, talk.
Sir, please
I
mute
can't hear you,
everybody.
sir. Hello, sir. I can't hear you, sir.
Who is this one saying hello, sir?
Can you people just show the fuck
Sir,
up?
please just mute everybody.
Yes, you rest. You guys are not small children.
Hold on, say keep quiet now.
Sir. So we prefer Google Meet. I agree with him, Tokwe. Just Google Meet. This 2025, nobody uses Zoom again. Zoom is trash.
You guys should keep quiet. Stop talking that one.
It's
Shut
not
up.
like you're not doing
If you are not ready for the class,
this
please.
back out of this place.
Hey guys, chill out. Hey,
Can you talk
baby girl, calm
about
down.
now?
Chill.
Baby girl, calm down.
Can you talk about, are you listening? Just leave if you don't want to. Just leave. Guys,
Wow,
why
you
do like this now?
Go and do your own Google Meet. Leave the Zoom.
What's your problem now?
that guy that is
Just
just
let the man.
this class don't give
You
you
know where Zoom, just fuck up. I don't know why you
Hey.
Stupid call
Esther,
now.
Sir, please just mute everybody, sir.
Esther, you show the fuck up. Esther, show the fuck up. Esther, show the fuck up.
better go arrest.
Eniola, keep quiet, guy.
one of my guys?
Sir, just mute everybody.
1,000 say.
You guys are dumb. No cap. If your teacher mutes me, will I not mute myself? Dumbass. You guys should put the focus on those Zoom. I'm going to show this one. But guy, Zoom is trash. Just change to Google Meet.
You will set it in such a way that you will not be able to unmute yourself.
Guy, go and learn history. Go and learn history.
See, bro, you guys just leave. You know that you don't
Change to
like
history, guy.
it.
Change to history. Geophysics won't take you anywhere. Change to history, bro.
Guys, I'm not fooling you.
I joined the class. I joined the class.
Hey, Tolu Dokpe, you look like a fine shit. Tolu Dokpe, you look like a fine shit. Drop your number in the chat. Drop your number in the chat.
You call a number for a sex class. People are criminals.
Real. Hold him neck. Hold his neck. For neck.
Rakib, you're an Osirious student. You're an Osirious student. You don't want to have the mass class. Even Fasasi, you guys are unserious.
Bitch ass class. All you have to shut the fuck up, guy. Just leave this class. What the fuck is this? Leave this
Drop your
class,
number.
Joe.
Drop your number
Can you
in
hear
the
the man
chat.
saying? Guys, fucking shut up. Guys, shut up.
Tolu Lokwe, drop your number now.
Who be this bro that I won't call you one by like this?
Wait, una dey mad.
Say,
Who be all these Badagry
bro,
UK boys where they do all this rubbish? Mute your mic, Joe.
See this old taker. See this guy.
bro, you don't get every. Why you
You
don't
want
call
use
you one by
the $10 wey
for
Patricia send you. You want use and go learn geophysics. See this guy,
who
you.
dey shop the people?
He's man am sha. Yeah, who be Chinedu? Chinedu, get out of here, guy. Get out of here. Idiot. See name, Chinedu. All this Alaba men. Chinedu. So the fuck up,
Who be
guy.
this retarded guy, say? Would you
Your
shut the
daddy.
hell up?
Your daddy. It's your daddy. The retarded guy is your daddy, bro.
Your dad is a deadbeat fool. He made a worthless nigga like you. But yeah.
You show me say na medicine you wan study before, guy. I feel sad for you, no cap. Baba apply for medicine, but he no work hard. You go dey say 203 for
Bro, shut the
JAMB.
fuck up, Joe. You guys shut the fuck up now. You guys shut the fuck up and just learn. Can you guys hear what the man is saying? You guys shut the fuck up now. You guys shut the fuck up.
Who is talking now? Who's talking now? Who's talking now?
Shut
Who's
up,
talking
Joe.
now? Who's talking now? Who's
You
talking
know
now?
what? You guys can have the class yourself.
Hey,
Guy,
don't
so,
talk
guy, your
Have
voice
it
is
by
not fine.
yourself because
I
I
hear a
feel like
girl. Tao, shut up.
don't shout Taiwo. This is stupidity. If you
Guy,
don't know
Tao,
this is
keep quiet. Keep
stupidity,
quiet. Let me talk. Keep quiet. Let me talk,
keep
Tao.
quiet. You don't have
Hey,
sense.
hey, so the people who are you?
Fucking
Who
quiet.
do
You are
Guy,
shouting.
I'm your daddy's. See, I'm one of your daddy's guy.
There's
Fuck
something wrong with
you.
you. Shut up
Hell.
your mouth, Joe. You're making noise, ah.
You said you are making noise. This is stupidity for you if you don't know. You are
Why for
very
you, bro?
Yeah, so see, Soviet already
the
abusing each other.
guy the
Soviet already
It's like you
abusing
guys
each other.
don't spot.
You
You
know
passed out
what?
my house
guy
on Friday. You
the
guys,
guy
let's go, let's go.
the
If you're ready,
Hey,
just
Ruth,
DM me. You guys are ready,
Ruth,
There's
DM
no
me.
anything wrong with
what
you.
happened to
A circle. A circle.
What they study building?
A circle.
So your screen is not much shared.
Yes. I'm testing something. I think I need to up a lot of things.
Okay, sir.
So sorry for the glitches. So a circle is the set of all points equidistant from a fixed point called the center of the circle. So the first thing we look at is how to find the equation of a circle. So if you have a circle with center with coordinates AB and any point P on the circle, as we can see from our screen, we have the radius R, which is given by the length CP. So we can use the distance between 2 points to find the distance between C and P. And this is given by square root of x minus a squared plus y minus b squared. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can hear
Now,
you.
we have a circle with center C, and the coordinate of the center is A and B. And we have a point on the circumference of the circle, the point P, with coordinate x and y. With coordinate x and y. So for us to derive the equation of the circle, we use the distance between 2 points. Don't forget that if you have any 2 points, A and B, with coordinate x1, y1 for A and x2, y2 for B, the distance between A and B is given as square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Okay, so now you have point C, which is given by the coordinates A and B, and you have point P, and the coordinate is x and y. So we want to find the distance between C and P, and using the distance between any 2 points, we have the distance CP to be equal to square root of x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared. And that CP, as we can see from this first slide, is the same thing as the radius of the circle. So we see that the radius squared is equal to x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared. So equation 1 is the equation of a circle with center A and B. So anytime we want to find the equation of a circle with center A and B and radius R, we use equation 1, which is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared and equals to the square of the radius. We call this the standard form of the equation of a circle. Now, sometimes the circle can lie on the origin. The center of the circle can be on the origin. So in that case, that means that the coordinate of the center will be 0, 0. In that case, the equation of the circle, that is equation 1, will reduce to x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. Our first example, let's take this first example. Find the equation of a circle whose center is at the point 4, 5 and with radius 6. All we need to do is to just substitute into equation 1. We put A to be 4 and B to be 5 and our radius to be 6. And we are going to have this particular equation, x minus 4 squared, x minus 4 in bracket all squared plus y minus 5 in bracket squared and equals to 36. So that is the equation of the circle. Now let's look at our second example, example 2 now. Find the equation of a circle whose center is at the point minus 1, 6 and the circle passes through the point 2, 3. The circle passes through the point 2, 3. So we are still going to use the same formula. But this time around, we are not giving the radius. And don't forget that any distance from the center of a circle to any point on the circumference is the same thing as the radius. Okay? So now we substitute into equation 1, that is, equation 1 is x minus a in bracket squared, okay, plus y minus b in bracket squared equals to the radius squared. So here our center is minus 1 comma 6. So we are going to have x plus 1 squared plus y minus 6 squared. Okay? But now, how do we find the radius? So we use the distance between the center of the circle and the point on the circumference, which is 2, 3. And we see that our radius squared will be equals to, the square of the radius will be 18. So if we substitute, we are going to have x plus 1 in bracket squared, okay, plus y minus 6 in bracket squared, and this will be equals to 18. We can expand this to get x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 12y plus 19 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the circle centered at minus 1, comma 6, and which passes through the points 2, comma 3. So that is the equation of the circle. Now, we now look at the general form. So now, if you look at equation 1 says x minus a squared plus y minus b squared, okay, equals to r squared. That's the equation of a circle. We call that the standard form. So we can find a general form. Is that okay? How do we do this? So let's expand this, that is opening this, having x minus a multiplied by x minus a. That is, if you have x minus a, and into bracket x minus a. Okay? So if you open this, you are going to get x squared minus 2ax plus a squared. If you do the same thing if you do the same thing for y minus b squared, you are going to get y squared minus 2by plus b squared, and it will be equal to r squared. Now we can write this in a better way, so that we have x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus a squared plus b squared minus r squared. So we've taken this r squared to the other side, and that will be equals to 0. Now, don't forget that a, b, and r, they are constant, okay? So now, but let's minus a equals to
Sir, please, I have a question.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Sir, please, I have a question. Sir, please, how do we know the value of our A and B? How do we know the value of our A and B?
How do we know the value of our A and B? You said, how do we know the value of our A and B?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A and B are always the center of the circle. So you can be given, it depends on the question, okay? You can be given, or sometimes you can be given the equation of a circle, and you can be asked to find A and B, which are the center of the circle. Are you getting it? Which are the coordinates of the center of the circle? Okay? So now just hold on, you will see how we can always find the center of the circle, or sometimes if you are given, that is that they can ask you to find the equation of the circle. So the first equation 1, the first equation I gave you, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. That one, they ask you to find the equation of the circle. And in that case, we are given the center of the circle, A and B, okay? So you can be given, or sometimes they can ask you to find the center of the circle, the coordinate of the center of the circle. Okay?
Okay.
So now,
okay,
in this case, we want to find a general form. Hello? In this case, we want to find a general form for the equation of a circle. The first one, given by equation 1, is the standard form. Now, for us to do this, what we do is that we expand this equation. We expand this equation. Okay. And when we do that, we are going to get this other equation. Is that okay? We get this other equation. So if we let minus A to be equals to G, and minus B to be equals to F, and C to be equals to A squared plus B squared minus R squared, we will have this equation 2. We have this equation 2. That is, if you substitute instead of minus A in this equation here, okay, instead of minus A, if you put G, you are going to have 2gx. Instead of B, okay, if you put minus B to be F, you are going to have plus 2fy.
Why are
And
we
if you put
substituting?
to be equals to A squared plus B squared minus R squared, you are going to have C. And we have equation 2, which is the general form for the equation of a circle. Now, that means that if we have the standard form, which is x minus A squared plus y minus B squared equals to R squared, we can always get this equation 2, which is the general form, from that. So another thing, but what about if we have equation 2? How do we get the standard form? Now, what we do in that case is that we complete the square in x and also y. We complete, yes? Okay. Hello, hello, Jamal.
This class is demanding.
Hello, Jamal or Emmanuel. Who is asking? Who is saying, sir?
Jamal, answer now.
It was a mistake.
I want to know why we give substituted.
Hello, Ahmad.
It's me, sir. Sir, no, it's me.
Are you trying to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your question?
You said minus A should be G. Why is that? Why is that? I don't understand that part.
We are trying to derive. We are trying to have a general form. Are you getting it? Okay. We are trying to have a general form of that standard form. And in trying to do that, we have to make some substitution. Okay, so that we can have equation 2.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, I don't seem to understand, sir.
Okay, what is it that you don't understand?
Sir, how the G square stand alone and how the F square stand alone?
Nigga, let me talk now, bro.
How did G square stand alone?
Yeah, sir. Sir, the general form. Can you explain the general form?
I'm going to finish explaining this. Let me finish explaining first.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now, I said we have the standard form, which is x minus A in bracket squared, okay, plus y minus B in bracket squared equals to R squared. If you open the bracket, you are going to have this equation: x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus a squared plus b squared equals to R squared. Okay? Now you can take R squared to the other side so that you have x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus a squared plus b squared minus R squared. Now, making some substitutions now. If you put A minus A to be G and minus B to be F and C to be A squared plus B squared minus R squared, you have equation 2. So equation 2 is the general form. Equation 2 is the general form. X squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is the general form of the equation of a circle. Now, the question is, you can see that we move from the standard form to the general form. Now, the question now is, how can we move from the general form to the standard form? Okay, so what we do in that case is that we are going to complete the square in x and y. Now, for us to complete the square, in x and y, okay, so now look at you can write the equation as
If you
x
collect your
squared,
T, just what I'm saying.
x squared, okay, plus 2gx plus 2gx
Irene, it will receive your T.
So don't forget that if you have this equation and you want to complete the square in x, okay, what we do is that we are going to add half of the coefficient of x to both sides. And what is half of the what is the coefficient of x? What is the coefficient of x?
Oh my God! Now you guys should let the man talk. Now you guys should let the man talk. You guys saying sir. You guys shut
What is
up
the
now.
coefficient of x?
G.
This equation 2.
2G.
2g. So and what is half of if you divide by 2, what are you going to get? If you find half of it?
G squared.
Square.
Okay?
So x square,
So
sir.
that means that if you are completing the square in x, you are going to have x squared plus 2gx plus g squared. So you add that to both sides. And that is why you are also having this g squared on the other side.
Okay.
So if you complete
Sir,
the
can you go
square
again?
in y also, you are going to have this other equation, y squared plus 12y plus x squared.
Let
And you
him
are also
talk
going
now.
to have plus
Favor,
f
let him
squared
talk.
on the other side.
After you guys shut up, let the man talk. You guys be doing as if now only know. Shut up now.
Hello,
Guys, shut up.
Jama, you are disturbing me.
Okay, she's disturbing us.
What is this now? Hey, bye.
Hey,
Now,
God.
mute everybody. Now, please mute everybody.
Okay? So after
Jesus.
completing the
Work on
square
us
in
some
x and y, we have this equation 3. After completing the square in x and y, we have equation 3. So we can see that equation 3 looks like equation 1 now. And it is easy to see that equation 2 represents equation of a circle. Equation 3 represents equation of a circle centered at minus g and minus f, and with the radius equals to g squared plus f squared minus c. Okay, so equation 3 is also the equation of a circle with center at coordinate minus g and minus f, and the radius is given by g squared plus f squared minus c. So now what we are saying in essence is that sometimes you can be given the equation of a circle and they can ask you to find the center, the coordinate of the center of the circle and the radius. All you need to do is to compare that equation of a circle with equation 2, and easily you will know what your g is and you will know what your f is. So if you know what your g is and what your f is, that means that the coordinate of the center of the circle will be minus g and minus f. And you can easily find the radius of the circle by
No. Who said I'm not actually paying attention? I'm not going to generalize also. You take your lane.
and you can find the radius by using the formula r squared equals to g squared plus f squared minus c.
The supporter.
Sir.
Hello, Ibrahim, I can hear you.
Sir,
Good
please.
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, please mute
Sir, please, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
Yes, sir. For the equation of a circle, you said
Okay.
minus A equals to G, is it compulsory we use the letter G and F when we want to derive it?
Well, in all tests, F and G are always used, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
F and G are always used, but you can use any alphabet if you like, but F and G are always used, okay?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, what's your question?
I don't understand. Like since the beginning of the class, I don't understand.
Sir.
Hello?
Sir.
Hello?
Sir, the last... Okay. Sir, yes, this slide. I don't really understand. From that equation 2, I don't understand from that side.
Okay, from equation 2.
Yes.
Do you know how to use the method of completing the square method to solve quadratic equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, if you have x squared, plus 4x, x squared plus 4x,
yes, sir,
equals to 5, for example. If you have x squared plus 4x equals to 5, how do you complete the square in x? How do you use the method of completing the square to solve this?
Method of completing the square.
We
multiply all by half square. We multiply both sides by half square.
Is it that you multiply?
Yes, sir.
You add.
You multiply.
Both sides by half square. Add both sides by half square. Sorry.
Add both sides by
half square.
Half squared.
Half
square.
Half square.
Half square the coefficient of x.
The coefficient of x to both sides. Hello?
Sir? Yes, sir.
You add the coefficient of x. What's the coefficient of x?
Coefficient of x is 1.
Is 4. So what is half of 4? What is half of 4?
2.
So you add 2 to both sides, okay? So now if you have equation 2, okay? If you have equation 2, okay? In equation 2, the coefficient of x is what here?
2g.
2g. And what is half of 2g?
G.
1.
That's what happens when
Okay? Hello? Sorry, let me correct something. You add square of the half of the coefficient of x. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You add what? Square of the half of the coefficient of x. So like in this case now, okay? The coefficient of x is what? 2g. And what is half of 2g?
G.
And square of that is what?
G square.
G square. So that's what you are going to add to both sides. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For
Yes,
y
sir.
also, what is the coefficient of y? 2f. And what is half of 2f? What is half of 2f? F and f squared. You are going to have f squared. So you add that. And this c, you've taken it to the other side also, so that you have g squared plus f squared minus c on the other side, okay?
Sir.
Hello?
Sir, please, I have a question. Sir.
Okay.
Sir, use another form to solve, to derive the equation instead of using completing the square method.
You said?
Can we use another method instead of using completing the square method?
Can you tell us about that method? Hello? Can you tell us about that method?
No, like that in quadratic equations we have factorization and
quadratic
also
equation.
polar
I don't
method.
Hello, that's the method we use in this case. Hello, we are not dealing with quadratic equation here.
Okay,
Okay? Don't forget that every method you have in quadratic equation, like for example, what we do call the almighty formula is derived from completing the square method.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please, where do you get C4?
Hello, please hold on. I'm online. Hello.
Sir, please, where do you get C4? Where do you get C4?
Okay.
I don't. I'm not done with that part.
So if we factorize that, we are going to have equation 3. We have equation 3. Okay? So if you compare equation 3 with 1, you will see that equation 3 also represents equation of a circle centered at minus g and minus f. But this time around, the radius is what? G squared plus f squared minus c. So if you are given the standard form, you can move to the general form. If you are given the general form, you can move to the standard form. You can get the standard form from it. So now let's quickly look at this next example. Okay. So like this question now, we are asked to discuss the locus represented by the circle given by x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 10y plus 5 equals to 0. Is that okay? We are asked to find, that means that invariably we are looking for the center and the radius, okay? Now, so what we do for us to get the center and the radius, I can do two things here. I can do two things, okay? Now, the first thing is that I can compare this equation of a circle with equation 2. Don't forget that equation 2 is what? Equation 2 is what? X squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. So if you compare equation 2 with this, you will see that you are going to have g to be equal to what? If you compare equation 2 with this, what will our g be?
16.
Our g will be what?
Minus 8.
Our g will be what? 4. Okay?
4.
And our f will be what? Minus 5. And our f will be what? Minus 5. And our c will be what? 5.
5.
Now, the question is, what is the center of our circle? What is the coordinate of the center of our circle? What will be the coordinate of the center of the circle?
Minus 4 and 5.
Minus 4 and 5. Because you were told in that equation that when you have x squared plus y squared plus gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0, the center is what? The coordinate of the center is what? Minus g minus f. So if you are given the equation of a circle and you are asked to find the center and the radius, so you can just compare the equation given with the general form. And in that case, our g is 4 and our f is minus 5. And that means that our center is minus 4. No, the coordinate of the center is minus 4, 5. And easily we can find our r by using r squared equals to what? G squared plus f squared minus c. But if you don't want to do that, we can complete the square in x and y. We can complete the square in x and y. And for us to complete the square in x and y, we find half of the coefficient of x. Half of the coefficient of x here is what? 4. And if you square that, you are going to have 16. So you add 16 to this side, you add 16 to that side also, to the other side also. Completing the square in y also. What is the coefficient of y here? That's minus 10. And if you find half of that, that will be minus 5. And if you square that, you are going to have 25. So you also add 25 to the other side, to both sides, okay? So factorizing this, you have x plus 4 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals to 36. That is 16 plus 25 minus 5. That's 36. And we have this x plus 4 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals to 6 squared. So from here, I can know that my radius is what? Minus 4. I can know that my radius is 6 and that the coordinate of the center of that circle is minus 4 and 5. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what's the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The change of sign.
The change of
The change in the sign of the number, like plus 4 that's minus 5.
Now, if you compare, we've tried to change this thing to the standard form now. Okay, it's in the standard form now. If you look at the formula for the standard form, we have x minus a in brackets squared, okay, plus y minus b in bracket squared equals to r squared. So if you compare this now with that, you will see that your a will be minus 4 and your b will be 5 and your r will be 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, quickly, we see that the specific features of the equation of a circle given by x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0 are 1. The equation of a circle is always a second degree equation in x and y. The equation of a circle is always a second degree in x and y. Number 2, the coefficients of x squared and y squared are always equal. So you can see that in this case, it is 1. The coefficient of x squared is 1. The coefficient of y squared will also be 1. If the coefficient of x squared is 2, that means that the coefficient of y squared will also be 2. So that's the second thing you have to take note whenever you are finding or looking for the equation of a circle. And the third thing you need to take into cognizance is that there is no term in xy in the equation of a circle. So there is no term in xy in the equation of a circle. So exercises discuss the locus represented by the following circle. Okay, just try to look at that as an assignment. Okay, let's move on quickly. Now, sometimes you can be given 3 points on a circle.
Don't ask a question.
You can be given 3 points on a circle, but before that, let's note you can see that the general form and the standard form contain 3 independent arbitrary constants. Now, if you look at the standard form, we have 3 constants, and they are a, b, and what? R. If you look at the general form also, we have 3 constants, and they are what? F, G, and C. Is that okay? So now, a circle is completely determined if we know the values of these 3 constants. That is, for example, you can find the equation of a circle if you are given the coordinate of the center, A and B, and also you can easily find the equation of the circle. Or, for instance, if you are given what your G is, okay? If you know your G and your F, and also C, okay? Well, it's still the same thing as knowing once you know A, B, and C, A, B, and R, it's still the same thing. Don't forget that we have moved from the standard form to the general form, and the general form to the standard form. So the bottom line is that anytime you want to find the equation of a circle, are you getting it? Once you know the coordinate of the center, which is either A and B, okay, and also you know the radius. But in the case of the general form, the center is given as what? Minus G and minus F. So the general form and the standard form contain three independent arbitrary constants. And you should know that a circle is completely determined if we know the values of these three constants. Now, the next example, we are asked to find the equation of a circle passing through the points 1, 5, 5, 3, and 3, minus 1. So now, what we need to do is to try to find the value of G, F, and C. Because this equation looks like because we are given 3 points on the circle, and we have to find the equation of the circle. So what we do is that we can find G, F, and C. Once we can find G, F, and C, we'll be able to find the equation of the circle. Now, what we do in this case is that we will now substitute the points into this equation one after the other. So we pick the first point, 1, 5, and substitute it into the equation of the general form of a circle. And if we do that, we are going to get 2G plus 10F plus C equals to minus 26. We can represent that as equation 1. If we pick the other point that lies on the circle, which is 5, 3 in this case, we are going to get equation 2. And if we do the same thing with the third point, we get equation 3. We obtain equation 3. Now, we now need to solve equation 1, 2, and 3 using any known method. You can use matrix, you can use elimination method, you can use echelon form in matrix, okay? So you can use any known method. Hello, Emmanuel, what's the question?
So that means, sir, we can use the method here.
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
How do you get the minus 26 and minus 5?
How?
How do you get minus 26?
Your distance is low. I can't hear you clearly. The audio of your distance is low.
Like, sir, how do you get minus 26?
How do I get minus 26? Okay,
Yes,
good. Let me quickly. Now, take 1 and 5 for instance now. When x is 1, what do you have? 1 squared. What is 1 squared? 1.
You just substituted this equation.
And when, hello, if you substitute x to be 1 into this equation, okay, you are going to have 1 squared plus 5 squared. 1 squared is what? 1. 5 squared is what? 25. 1 plus 25, that's 26. Okay? Now, 2gx. Instead of this x, you put 1. 2g times 1, that's 2g. And 2fy. Instead of y, you put 5. 2 times 5, that's 10. That's 10f plus c. So now, the 26 that you have from 1 plus 25, if you take it to the other side, you have minus 26. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. You are welcome. Okay, so you do the same thing for equation 2 by substituting 5 for x in equation 1 and 3 for y in this equation in the general form. 5 for x, that will give you 5 squared, that's 25, and 3 for y, that's 3 squared. 3 squared is what? 9. 25 plus 9, that's 34. If you take 34 to the other side, you are going to have minus 34. So that's how we obtain equation 1, 2, and 3. So now we now solve equation 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously using any known method. Okay. Now that here, what we did is we subtract equation 1 from 2 to obtain equation 4, and also we subtract equation 3 from 2 to obtain equation 5. By that, we have reduced the equation. We are having three variables before, G, F, and C. So now we've reduced it to 2 now. So we can solve this easily now we can solve equation 4 and 5 now. Doing that, we are going to have F to be -2 and G to be -2 as well. And if we substitute F and G, the value of F and G into equation 1, we also obtain C to be -2. So we can now substitute the value of F, G, and C into this, and we will obtain the equation of the circle. Any question on that quickly? Any question?
No, sir.
All right.
Sorry, sir, I have a question.
You have a question? Okay, quickly.
Yes, I said that the expression subtracting equation 2 from 1. Subtracting equation 1 from 2 rather. So is it the same as using elimination method?
Hello?
Hello, sir, I'm here.
This is just simultaneous equation. You can use any method. You can use any known method, okay? I don't think simultaneous equation should be a problem for any one of us.
No,
solving simultaneous equation should not be a problem for us, okay?
Yes,
you can use any known method, whether substitution, elimination, any method you can use, or echelon form. I said echelon form, or using echelon in matrices, okay? So you can use any method. Or if you want to plot a graph, yes. All right. Now let's look at the next example. Find the equation of the circle which passes through the points 4,1 and 6,5 and has its center on the line 4x plus y equals to 16. Don't forget, I have mentioned that anytime you are asked to find the equation of a circle, you need to find those three arbitrary constants. Once you can get the three arbitrary constants, are you getting it? That is, whether in form of the first equation, the standard form, you need A, B, and R. Or in terms of the general form, you need F, G, and C. Once you can get any of these, you will be able to find the equation of the circle. Now, we follow the same method, okay, by putting x to be 4 and y to be 1 in the general form of the equation of a circle, and by doing that, doing the same thing, substitute x to be 6 and y to be 5 in the general form of the equation of a circle, we obtain equation 2. Is that okay? Now, but you can see in the first example, we have 3 points, and we substituted those 3 points to obtain 3 equations. But now, we only have 2 points, and we have substituted that. And don't forget that we have 3 variables, G, F, and C. So we will need 3 equations to be able to do that. But now, you are given an additional information that the circle has its center on the line 4x plus y equals to 16. Don't forget that for the general form, you were told that the center is minus G, comma, minus F. So now all I need to do is to substitute the coordinate of the center, which is minus G, comma, minus F, into this equation of the line. Okay? So if I do that, I'm going to have 4G plus F equals to minus 16. We now have 3 equations again. Now we can solve the 3 equations simultaneously using any known method, and doing that, we are going to obtain G to be minus 3, F to be minus 4, and C to be 15. And we can now substitute into this, okay, into the general form to obtain the equation of the circle to be x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 8y plus 15 equals to 0. Any question on that?
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Okay, Esther, Alayonde, I can hear you clear. I can hear you. Okay.
Yes, I don't understand where you substituted the minus G and minus F in the equation.
Minus G and minus F. Okay. Don't
Yes.
forget that if you have the general form, x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. If you have any equation of a circle in the general form, are you getting it? Now, what is the coordinate of the center of such a circle? That's minus g minus f. So I now substituted that minus g, that is, into this equation 4x plus y equals to 16. That is, I put x to be minus g and y to be minus f. Okay, yes. If I do that, I'm going to have minus 4g minus 4f equals to 16. And rewriting that will give me 4g plus f equals to minus 16. And that's my equation 3. Do you get that now, Esther?
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. I get it.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please, I have a question.
Yes, I will answer your question.
Okay,
Yes.
sir,
What's the
is it
question?
compulsory that it has to be 3 points for us to know our F, G, and C? Can't we just use equation 1 and 2?
Now, if you have 3, don't forget that the general form has 3 variables: G, F, and C. So you will need 3 equations. Are you getting it, to be able to solve that? Okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
What was it?
Except you are doing abstract algebra. In abstract algebra, don't forget, like, for example, there are some equations I can solve, and we have 2 variables. Just like if you're having 2 variables, you need 2 equations to be able to get the values of 2 variables. Now, but in abstract algebra, sometimes I can have a singular equation and still get, when we talk about GCD, but it's only for math students and something. Let's leave that. So, but you will need 3 equations to be able to get your F, G, and C. Is that okay? Hello? Peculiar, are you asking a question?
Sir.
Yes. Who is that? Fatima.
Oh, yes, sir, please, can you go back?
Can I go back? Yes, I will do that.
I'm just confused how you got your G, F, and C.
I got my...
How is G and
I got the value of G, F,
and C.
I got the value of G, F, and C.
Yes, sir.
You can use substitution method. Hello? You can use substitution or elimination method, any method.
You got it from the 1 and 2 when you equation.
Yes, I got F, G, and C from equation 1, 2, and 3, solving them simultaneously. Okay, you can do that easily.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Okay,
For example, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example now. I can make F the subject of formula in equation 1. Once I make F the subject of formula in equation 1, I will substitute into equation 2 and 3. And I will have equation 4 and 5. By that, I have reduced the equations. Equation 4 and 5 will only consist of 2 variables in G and C. So, and I can use elimination method or any no method to solve that again. So that's one way. There are so many ways. Okay?
Sir, yes, sir. Thanks.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes. Quickly.
How did you get 4G plus F equals to 16 plus?
How do I get 4G plus F equals to 16?
Minus 16, yes, from
minus
that
16. Okay.
Y.
I take that again. Don't forget that. Okay. Let me write quickly. Now, if you are given this equation, if this is the equation of a circle, what is the center of that circle? The center of such a circle is what? Minus G, comma, minus F, okay? Comma,
Yes, sir.
minus F. Is that okay? Now,
Yes, sir.
Since the center lies on this line, are you getting it? That means that the coordinate of the center, once you substitute the value of the coordinate of the center, you satisfy this equation. For example, if the coordinate of the center, since the coordinate of the center lies on this line, okay? For example, if the coordinate of the center is 2, 5, for example, if you put x to be 2 and y to be 5, if you find the value of that, and if you find the value of that, you are going to get 16, for example. Are you getting it? I'm not saying that is right in this case. Are you getting it? What I'm saying is that if you know the coordinate of the center of that circle and substitute it into this equation that the center passes through, the left-hand side will be equal to the right-hand side. And since you know that the coordinate of the center of a circle given by the equation x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is minus g and minus f. And since the center lies on this line, you can substitute minus g and minus f into this equation by putting x to be minus g and y to be minus f. And doing that, you are going to have minus 4g minus y or minus f equals to 16. You can write that to have 4g plus f equals to minus 16. That's how I got that.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you are welcome.
Sir, please, I have a question.
You people, I need to move. What's the question? Quickly, I need to move.
I've seen it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you've
Don't
seen
worry.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank God that you've seen it. I like you. You have a sharp eye. Okay. Now, sometimes you can also be asked to find the equation of a circle, and you'll be given the end point of a diameter. Is that okay? You know what to call the diameter of a circle. A diameter is a line that divides a circle into 2 equal parts. So now, for example, you have a circle, and the ends of the diameter, you have it to be A and B. Is that okay? So you can easily derive the equation. You can easily derive a formula that you can use to find the equation of such a circle. As a matter of fact, I can do this in 2 ways. The first way I can do is that I can find the midpoint. You know, once I find the midpoint will be the coordinate of the center of that circle. Hello? And also, I can find the radius. And what will be the radius? The radius will be the distance from the midpoint of the circle now, the center of the circle now, to any point, whether A, from the center to A or to B. And I can now use the first equation, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. I can use that. But now, we derive the formula of we derive a formula when you are given the diameter, the end point of the diameter of a circle. And the formula is given by x minus x1 multiplied by x minus x2 plus y minus y1 multiplied by y minus y2. So that is the formula for the equation of a circle when you are given the end point of a diameter of such a circle. And we have this example. The end point of a diameter has coordinates 5, 4 and minus 3, 6. Find the coordinate of the circle. That is very easy. You just substitute. In this case, that means that your x1 is 5, your y1 is 4, your x2 is minus 3, and your y2 is 6. So you just substitute into this equation, and you'll be able to find the equation of such a circle. And don't forget, I said another method you can use is to find the midpoint of that circle. Okay, by finding the midpoint, don't forget that the midpoint of a line is given by x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. So you can use that and find the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circumference. In this case, maybe to point A or B. All right, so that's how you do that. Any question quickly, please? Any question?
Sir.
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fashmog, what's your question?
Yes, sir. So after the line under slope of AP, the second line.
After
the line under slope of AP.
After the line.
The second line.
Okay.
So you wrote y minus y1.
Actually, what I did here is that I find the slope of AB and also find the slope of BP. Okay. And don't forget that AP is perpendicular to BP. And when two lines are perpendicular, you know that the product of their gradient is equal to -1. So that's what I use to derive the equation whenever you are given the endpoint of the diameter of a circle. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
All right, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, it's very easy. Just cross multiply and rearrange. Okay, that's the formula used. Okay, you find the slope of line AP, you find the slope of the line BP, and don't forget that AP is perpendicular to BP because angle in a semicircle. Is that okay? Angle in a semicircle, so you have 90 degrees there. So the two lines are perpendicular. So easily, when two lines are perpendicular, the product of their gradient is -1. So you can use that to derive this equation: x minus x1 multiplied by x minus x2 plus y minus y1 multiplied by y minus y2. So that one should be a bonus mark when you see it in your exam. I can assure you, you see something like this in the exam. So it's a bonus mark anyway.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Now, quickly, we move on to equation.
Sir, wait. Sir, please, can you go back to the previous slide, sir, please?
I should go back. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. I'm there now. Are you talking about this slide?
I was just copying the question of the example, sir, so I can do it on my own.
I will send the notes to you after this class. I will send the PDF.
Sir.
The PDF to you after this class.
Sir.
Okay?
Okay,
I will
sir.
send
Thank
the
you,
PDF of all I treated today.
Okay,
all
sir.
we are going to do today. I will send the PDF to you immediately. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about copying the question. I will send it to you. But it's just for you to understand what we are doing. Just take notes. Okay? I will send the PDF to you after the class. Now, we quickly move on to what we call tangent of a circle. And a tangent to a curve at a given point is a line which touches the curve at that point. So, if you have a circle centered at -g, -f, and if P is any point on the circle, so we can draw a tangent at P. Is that okay? We can draw a tangent at P. And what we are interested in is how to find the equation of such a tangent. Is that okay? How to find the equation of such a tangent. Again, if you look at this equation, x squared, the general form, x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. You can differentiate this to get the slope, okay? But let me follow the method I use here. Now, easily, I can find the slope of CP. The slope of CP, and the slope of CP is given as this, okay? And if you look at this tangent is perpendicular to CP. This tangent is perpendicular to CP. So if the tangent is perpendicular to CP, that means that if I know the slope of CP, I can also find the slope of the tangent of the circle. And the slope of the tangent is given by minus x1 plus g over y1 plus f. Now, I can use equation 1 form. That is, if I want to find the equation of a line, don't forget we are trying to find the equation of the tangent. So now, give me 1 point, okay? And the point is x1, y1. So now, don't forget, we know the slope of CP, and the tangent is perpendicular to CP. And when two lines are perpendicular, the product of their gradient is equal to -1. So I use that to find the slope of the tangent. Now I can use equation 1 point form. That is y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1, where our m this time around is the slope of the tangent. So now, if I do that, I am going to get y minus y1, and this is my m now, into x minus x1. I can expand that. If I expand that, I am going to get this. I'm going to get this. Okay? Now, if you look at this equation, now you will notice that the right-hand side from this gx plus x1, okay, we have this. I can write that as this, xx1 plus yy1 plus gx plus fy equals to x1 squared plus y1 squared plus gx1 plus fy1. Now, if you look at this equation critically, look at this equation now critically, you will notice that the right-hand side looks like the general form. The right-hand side looks like the general form. Only that in the general form, you have 2g plus 2f plus c. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do something to both sides that will make this right-hand side to be the same thing as the general form. And how do I obtain that? You see that if I add gx1 to this side, I'm going to get 2gx1. If I add fy1 to this side also, I'm going to get 2fy1. And also if I add c. So now, I now say, okay, add gx1 plus fy1 plus c to both sides. And we are going to obtain this. We are going to obtain this. Okay? Yeah. Now, since x1 and y1 lies on the circle, so we can substitute, we can put x to be equals to x1 and y to be y1 into this. Anywhere you have x, you put x1, and anywhere you have y, you put y1. If we do that, okay? If we do that, we will see that on our right-hand side, we are going to have x1 squared plus y1 squared plus 2g x1 plus 2fy1 plus c. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
If we put, what we are saying, if we put x to be x1 and y to be y1 in asterisk, equation asterisk, in the general form, in this, okay? So we are going to have x1, instead of x, you put x1. So this one will be x1 squared. And instead of y, you put y1. This one will be y1 squared. Instead of x here also, you put x1. You have 2g x1 plus 2f y1 plus c equals to 0. Now, going back to this, that means that you have x1 squared plus y1 squared plus 2g x1 plus 2f y1 plus c equals to 0. And if we substitute that on the right-hand side here, we'll be left with this. We'll be left with this. Okay, we'll be left with this. And this is the equation of the tangent to a circle. So this is the equation of the tangent to a circle. So anytime you're asked to find the equation of tangent to a circle, you use this. Any question on that?
No questions are con.
All right. Now, equation of normal. A normal to a circle at any point is a straight line which passes through that point and is perpendicular to the tangent to the curve at that point. Okay, so a normal is just a straight line that is perpendicular to the tangent. Are you getting it? So when you have a tangent to a curve, so any straight line that is perpendicular to the tangent is called a what? A normal. So we can also easily
So I have a
derive the
question.
equation. Hello?
So I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Please, who will be told to derive this formula? This
You said
tangent formula. This tangent equation, will we be told to derive it?
you are not, I don't think you are writing theory. So there is no way, or you want me to, in CBT, you want them to ask you to derive.
No, sir. So
No,
using our
no, sir.
So you
No,
are not
sir.
going to be writing, but this thing is just for people, most especially mathematics, computer science and engineering. You will still need them, okay? So, but for others, just know the formula, because that's all you will need in the exam. Just know the formula. When you're asked to find the equation of tangents, equation of normal, but to we mathematicians, are you getting it? We need to know how to derive such equations, okay? Okay? So don't forget that in engineering, they use mathematics. We have to prove. Hello?
I thought the physical.
Hello?
Why is it CBT?
Hello?
I thought the exam was physical. Hello, sir.
You said?
I thought the exam was physical. Why am I hearing CBT?
If it's physical, does not mean it will not be CBT. Computer based.
All right.
When you have physical exam, it could be CBT or written. And when it is written, it could either be theory or OMR. Okay? So the fact that it's going to be physical does not mean it is computer based. It's going to be computer based by the grace of God. Okay? But it's the management. I'm not the one to decide that. Okay? So, but let's leave it at that. Okay? Is the school authority. My own is to teach you to understand. Are you getting it? To give you guideline and to make sure you pass excellently. So my own is not to determine, but from what we have been doing over the years, it has always been objective. Okay, not theory. And if it is objective, I think it was only 1 year that we had theory. So, and if it is objective, is either it is CBT or OMR. But I think it's going to be CBT. All right. So finally, we're asked to find the equation of a tangent to the circle given by the equation x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 2y plus 3 equals to 0 at the points 1, minus 2. So the first thing you do in this case, you find your G and your F and your C. And from this equation, you will see that your G is minus 2. Your F is 1. Okay? And your C is 3. And your C is 3. Don't forget that you will also need x1, y1. And your x1 is 1, and your y1 is minus 2. Now, let me ask a simple question now before we look at that. Now, who can tell me what is the coordinate of the center of this circle? What is the coordinate of the center of this circle given by the equation x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 2y plus 3? What is the coordinate of the center of this circle?
Minus 2 and minus 1.
2 and minus 1. Clap for yourself. Please, it is not minus 2 and 1. Okay? It is 2 and minus 1. Thank you very much. All right. So once you have been able to determine your G, your F, and your C, you just substitute into this equation. Is that okay? You just substitute into this equation. You put F to be minus 2, G to be minus 2, F to be 1, X1 to be 1, Y1 to be minus 2, and C to be 3. And once you do that, you are going to have this. Rearranging, you have this. So this is the equation of the tangent to such a circle. Now, listen. You are also asked to find the equation of the normal. In the previous slide, we also derived the equation of the normal to a circle. Now, But let me tell you something. Once you are able to know the equation of the tangent to a circle, you don't need to go through the formula to determine the equation of the normal to a circle. From the equation of the tangent to a circle, I can determine or I can find out what the equation of the normal to such a circle will be. Is that taken? Because in the exam, you can be given the equation of the tangent to a circle passing through a particular point, and you'll be asked to find the equation of the normal to such a circle. You know that in such a situation, you won't be able to find F and G because you are not even given the equation of the circle in the first place. So in this case, you can use the formula for the equation of the normal to a circle, which is this. But if you know the equation of the tangent to a circle, I don't need to use this formula. I don't need to resort to the equation of the normal to a circle before I can find the equation of the normal to such a circle. Okay? So all I need to do in that case, because if I have the equation of the tangent to a circle to be x plus y plus 1 equals to 0, the equation of the normal will just easily be x minus y equals to k. Now, it is the k that I need to find now. It is the k that I need to find. And how do I find the k? I will substitute the point that the circle passes through. Are you getting it? Which is 1 and minus 2 into this, and I'll be able to get my k. Once I get my k, I'll just say, okay, x minus y equals to the value of that k. And that is the equation of the normal to that circle. Any question?
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I don't really understand the equation of the normal to the circle. I just got it now.
I got it. Okay, let me give you another example quickly. For example, now, suppose we obtain the equation of a circle to be 2x minus y equals 4. Hello? Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you. Yes, sir.
Now, if you look at coordinate geometry 1, equation of tangent and normal of a straight line. Don't forget that normal and tangent, they are just straight lines. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you find? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, now let's look at this one first. Let's look at a very simple example. Let's assume that you have okay, what's the slope of this line? What's the slope of this line? What's the slope of this line?
Minus 1 over 2.
And this one?
Minus 1 over 2. So m equals to minus 1 over 2. Thank you very much. Now, quickly, if the line passes through, let's still use 1 comma minus 2. Let's use 1 comma minus 2. Okay. Now, if you have a line perpendicular to this line, what will be the slope of such a line? What will be the slope of such a line?
Sir, the slope is 2.
How did they get 1 over 2? Slope is 2 now.
Okay. Listen, don't let us confuse ourselves. The first question I had, if you are given 2x minus y equals to 4, and I ask you, what is the slope of this line? All you need to do is to make y the subject of formula.
Yes.
Okay? Once you make y the subject of formula, you will compare that with y is equals to mx plus c. Is that okay? From there, you will see that the slope of such a line will be what?
Minus.
What is it minus 1 over 2? Is it minus 1 over 2?
2.
Okay.
2, sir.
Make y the subject of formula. Make y the subject of formula. What is y? Y will be
Y
equals to what?
equals to 2x
minus 4.
2x
minus 4.
minus 4.
Sir, is the equation for the tangent of the circle?
Wait, hold on, please. Now, what I'm asking, if you are giving this equation of a line, okay, and let's assume that this one is just the equation of the tangent to a circle, okay. Now, the gradient of this line is what? The gradient of this particular line is what? 2.
2.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have another line perpendicular to this line,
That's what we do.
what will be the gradient of such a line?
-1/2.
So, okay, that means that the gradient of that other line that is perpendicular to this one will be what? -1/2. Good. Now, if you now want to find the equation of such a line, don't forget that you use y minus y1, y minus y1, okay, equals
M
into what? X
minus x1.
minus what? X1. X minus x1. Okay, that's the formula you are going to use. Now, your m in this case will be what? Minus half.
Hello, sorry. My laptop went off. So I need to join quickly through my phone to explain, and I will use the whiteboard quickly. Here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I was explaining, I said we have y minus y1, okay, equals to, so the slope now is minus half, okay, into bracket, whatever you have here. Now, what
So
do
we
you
can
notice?
see your whiteboard.
You're not seeing my whiteboard?
Yes.
No,
No,
we
we
can
can't
see
see
it.
it. Though.
We can see
I
it.
can see it. I can see it
We
here.
can see it.
Sir, go
I
on.
cannot see.
Is that
That sounds like a way to.
okay? So now, what do you notice now? We are trying to find the equation of the number. You will now see that the
Yeah, I'm
two
not saying anything.
will go and multiply.
Oops. I'm sorry.
So we can't see your screen anymore.
I'm coming. It's loading. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
No, sir.
It has gone off again.
Can't see
No,
it
sir.
anymore.
We can't see it.
No,
Oh.
sir. Oh my God.
You can see it now. Okay. So you will
Yes.
notice that these two will go and multiply. So you are going to have 2y now. These two, you are going to have 2y now.
Yes, sir.
So the 2 we go and multiply the other side now. You are going to have 2y minus 2y1. Don't forget y1 is just a number, is a constant. So down will be a number. But you are going to have 2y. And on this side, don't forget that you're having x minus x1 also. Now, you will notice that the coefficient of x and y have been interchanged. So now what we are saying in essence is that once you know the equation of a tangent, like the first example we did, x plus y plus 1 equals to 0. Note that in that particular case, x and y, they're having the same coefficient. But the other example I did, x and y, they are having different coefficients. They're having different coefficients. You have 2x minus y equals to 4. In that case, what will happen is that if you are finding the equation of a number, the equation of a number will be x minus 2y equals to k. It will be x minus 2y equals to k. And you can now find your k by using, the point that the line passes through. Is that okay? So what we are saying, for example, if you have 2x minus y equals to 4 to be the equation of a tangent, and they ask you to find the equation of a normal. The equation of a normal, you can see initially the 2 is multiplying the x, but they will change now. The 2 will go to the y. So the equation of the normal will be in this form. Don't forget, we have 2x minus y equals to 4. The equation of the normal will be in this form now. X minus 2y now equals to k. You can now find your k. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So I will send the notes immediately after this class.
So I want to, sir, I'd
The
like to
class
ask a
rep can
question.
get back to me. I will give you assignments, some questions to practice.
Oh. Sir,
Yes.
I'd like to ask a question.
You have a question, okay?
So my question is, how does this question look like in exam? Is it like, how does this question?
I need to submit it, sir.
You just said
How?
practice question.
So how does this question look like in exam?
How?
Sir,
what's this
So
one
please
saying?
mute yourself.
Sir.
You gotta talk now. That is so damn.
Hello, okay, I can hear you now. Faith. Faith, I can hear you now. Hello. Or Esther, who is asking the question?
Side is a practice question, right? Not an assignment.
Yes, just practice. Or you want assignments?
No, sir, we'll practice the question.
Well, I will
sir.
communicate with the class rep. I'll let the class rep
We'll
get
practice
across
it,
me.
please.
I will communicate with the class rep.
Sir, do you have a means of submitting?
Don't worry, I will communicate with the class rep. Don't worry.
No problem,
Forget
sir. We'll
about.
practice the question.
Let the class rep get across to me. I will.
Hello, me, man, person.
Sir.
Hello?
Sir, I'd like to ask a question.
Okay.
My question is, how does this question, how are they set in exam? Is it that I'll just tell you, find the equation of the normal, or find the equation of the tangent, or is there any other thing they ask again concerning
It depends.
this topic?
Like the example I first solved, you can be asked to
Okay.
find the equation of a tangent to a
Or the
circle
equation of the normal.
at a particular point, or the equation of a normal given the circle at a particular point. Are you getting it?
Okay.
So, but I'm saying that sometimes also I can ask you, or the examiner can ask you to find the equation of a normal or of a tangent at a particular point, but you'll be given the equation of the other one, of the normal, and you'll be asked to find the equation of the tangent, or you'll be asked to find the equation of the tangent given the equation of the normal, vice versa. Okay?
Thanks, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Can Nigeria film is this translate?
Hello?
Sir.
You know, sir, Karim. Okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, when is our test?
please don't bother about any. Ask questions about what I have taught you. Don't ask me whether the exam is going to be. Let's face what we are doing. Leave test first. It will be communicated to you in due time. Please ask questions about what I have taught you. Okay?
So I need to understand the Q, how you got the K. First of all, the equation of the tangent is x plus y.
It's like this person now, she's asking me question about what I taught, so I will answer. Okay.
So first of all, the equation of the tangent is x plus y equals to -1.
Okay.
And it passes through the points
1, minus 2.
-2. So
okay.
How do you find
how do I find
K?
Now the first thing, K is just an arbitrary constant. I just I just like suspected from the equation of the tangent that the equation of a normal will look like this. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
I can say it will look like x minus y equals to z. Okay? But I need to find that z.
Okay.
Do you understand? And that was how I used that other example. That, for example, if the equation of a tangent, because it's not all the time that the x and y, the coefficient will be 1, 1. Because in that case, the coefficient of x and y are 1, 1. X plus y. So you can have 3x plus 2y equals to 7 to be the equation of your tangent. The question is, what will be the equation of your normal? How would it look like? Hello? So in that case, the first thing is that x and y, they will interchange their coefficients. The reason why you didn't notice in that case was because x and y, the coefficient of x and y are 1, 1. So in a case whereby you have 2x plus 3y equals to 7, how will the equation of the normal look like? The x and y, they will interchange. If the coefficient of x before is 2 and that of y is 3, they will interchange. X will take the 3, y will take the 2. And another thing is that that of y, there will be negation in the coefficient of y. Hello? So if you have the equation of the tangent to be 2x plus 3y equals to 7, for example, I can suspect that the equation of the normal will be 3x minus 2y equals to k. Do you understand? So I will now find the value of the k now from that equation that I have, from that 3x minus 2y equals to k. And how do I get that k? I will now substitute the point the point of contact. Are you getting it? The point you are talking about. I will substitute the value of x and y. I will now get k. I will now substitute into 3x minus 2y. Instead of the k, I will now put the value.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So ask questions on what we have done, not when you write exam, not when you write test, not when you are going to when you are going to finish from Unilag. You will finish by the grace of God on time.
When you find the k, then that's the
don't ask
equation
me
of the
when
normal,
it's test.
automatically.
Every other information will be
Can you hear me,
communicated
sir?
to you.
So you said you shared
I
the
have a
slide,
question.
right?
Yes, okay.
When you find the value of the k, then that becomes the equation for the normal.
You will now substitute into that thing you suspected, 3x minus 2y
then
equals
that's
to,
the
yes,
equation for the
that's the
normal.
equation of the normal to that side. To the of the normal to that side, yes. Okay, any other question?
No, sir.
Sorry, going to send the slide.
Hello?
Sorry, going to send the slide.
I said immediately.
Is it female voice or male voice?
Immediately I'm
It's a
done
male.
with this class. If you allow me now, if you allow me to finish this class now, I will send it.
So I have a question.
Okay, let me answer your question.
If there's a positive sign in the equation of the tangent, that means it will be a negative in equation of the normal, right?
Yes.
Okay, and if it's negative too in the tangent, it will be positive in the normal.
Okay, yes.
Okay, sir. All right.
Let's look at another example. Can you give us another example and let's look at it together? Give me an example of what you are trying to say and let's try to look at it together.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Please, somebody is still talking. Let the person finish first.
Okay. If the equation of the tangent is something like 3x minus 2y equals to
Good.
5.
Okay, 3x minus 2y equals to 5. Now it will change
Yes,
to
sir.
2x plus 3y equals to k.
Okay, sir. But that
You know,
k, how are we going to find it?
You said the equation of the number will now be 2x, Abi? Okay?
Yes, sir.
2x plus 3y equals to k. Now, the point where you have the tangent, you have a point, x1, y1. You now substitute x and y1 into that 2x plus 3y equals to k and get k.
Oh, okay, sir. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay, the next person.
So I have a question. So is it possible that they ask you a question and you are given equation of normal and that you are asked to find equation of tangent? Are you going to do it?
It's the same way. It's the same way.
Are they still going to interchange?
The two, tangent and normal, they are perpendicular to one another. If you are given normal, you use the same procedure. The equation, like now, if the equation of a normal is 5x, equation of a normal is 5x minus 7y equals to 7. The equation of this thing, you interchange and negate is the same way, equals to k, and you find the k.
I understand. So are we still negating to y or you are not negating the x now?
You will do the same thing you have done when you are giving tangent
So
and you have to find the one of.
So will it be 7x
is it good I like
plus 5y?
Yes, they will change. Okay, let's have an example now. You are giving the equation of a number to be what? You are giving the example yourself.
Okay, let us say 3x minus 2y is equals to k.
3x
minus
no, don't forget, it won't be equals to k. It will be equals to a value. You know the value of the number.
Okay, it's equals to 5.
3x minus 2y equals to 5. Okay? Now, the equation of the tangent will be 2x plus 3y equals to k. It will be in that form. That's not the equation of the... It will be in that form.
Okay.
So you now find your k. It's the same way. Okay. Any other question?
Only the y that will always be negated.
Well, you can negate the x also. Just one. You negate one. Interchange. It depends. But the reason why I'm consistent with negating y, so that you won't go and negate the 2. It is 1. Don't forget, even if you negate y, if you take it to the other side, x will be negated. Or you don't know. It will change. If you have 2x plus y equals to 7, if you take it to the other side, if you have 2x minus y equals to 7, if you take it to the other side, what will it become? X will be positive. Y will be positive. X will be negative. The question of y will be, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just one that you are going to negate. Anyone. And it's objective. So there will be option for you. So you look at the one that suits. Are you getting it?
Okay, sir.
It's the class ended.
Okay. So let's end the class.
That's what the power mountain is. Yes. They are interchanging. Then you negate the y, then you get the answer.
Let's end the class.
No.
Hello.
So before you go, please can you do like a typical example?
Can I do
an example on it, on converting from equation for normal to equation
of tangents?
Let me
reversing
see.
the whole this thing.
Okay. Can you take this question?
Okay.
Find the equation of the tangent and the normal to the circle. Find the equation of the normal, tangent and normal to a circle. 2x squared plus 2y squared. Please write it down. Don't forget. My system is down now, but let me try to write that. Hold on, please. Let me try to share so that I can use this thing to write. Okay. So find the equation of a circle. I find the equation of the tangent and the normal to the circle. 2x squared. Can you see my screen? Plus 2y squared. Okay?
Yes.
Minus 2x. Minus 2x. Minus 5y. Minus 5y. Plus 3. Hope that's not the example we did. Okay. Never mind. Okay, wait, hold on.
Equals 0.
I think that was the example in the work. Let me try to use another example.
So are you changing the question?
I want to try to give you another question. Hold on, please.
Who is this person with this crowny voice?
Looks like your girly voice.
You're talking. You're talking.
Okay, now let's look at this quickly. Are you with me now?
Yes,
Find
sir.
the equation of the tangent to the circle, x squared. X squared. Are you taking the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm not taking the question.
X squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 3y equals to minus 1. Find the equation of the tangent to the circle, x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 3y equals to minus 1. At the point 3, 4. At the point 3, 4. At the point 3, 4. So the first thing I will do here is that I'm going to find the equation of the tangent. And I will now use that to find the equation of the normal to the circle, okay? Is that taken?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, okay, let's quickly solve
Yes,
it. Let's quickly solve it. Okay? Now, what is our G? What is our G?
1.
Our G is 1. Our G equals to 1. What is our F? Our F is equals to what?
Minus 3 over 2.
Minus 3
over 2.
Over 2. Good. And what is our C? C is what? 1.
1.
C is 1. It's not minus 1. You take it to that side, it becomes 1. Take it to the other side. So be careful when you are solving some questions. Make sure that the equations are in the right form. If they are not in the right form, put them in the right form before you find anything, okay? So our C is 1. And our X1 is 3. X1 is 3. And Y1 is what? 4. Okay? Now, I need to find the equation of the tangent now. So what's the equation of the tangent? The equation of the tangent to a circle is given as xx1 is given as xx1 plus yy1 plus g. into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equals to 0. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's the equation of the tangent to a circle. So the next thing is to now substitute. Okay? The next thing is to substitute. When we substitute, I'll just try to put the answer. We are going to get x 8x plus 5y minus 4 equals to 0. That's what we are going to get. So whether this is the equation of a tangent, this is the equation of a tangent, but whether this is the equation of a tangent or a normal, is the same method we are going to use to obtain the other one. Are you getting it? So now, if you are given this equation now, and you are now asked to find the equation of the normal, if this is the equation of the tangent, and you are asked to find the equation of the normal.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
What are you doing, Lord? What is the PA doing? They say there's only flower that is yeah, go.
Okay? Now, if I want to find the equation of the normal now, I know that the equation of the normal will be in the form what? In the form what? 5x
minus 8y
minus 8y equals to k. Equals to k. This will be the form. Now, for me to get, so that means this will look like my answer. But for me to get the value of k now, I will now substitute 3, 4. Don't forget that you are finding the gradient or the equation of the tangent or the normal at the point 3, 4. So I will now put x to be 3. If I put x to be 3, I'm going to have 5 times 3. That will be 15. Minus 8 times 4. That will be what? 32 equals to k. Is that okay? 15 minus 32. 15 minus 32.
Minus 17.
Minus 17. So that means that k is what? Minus 17. So my equation of normal will now be 5x minus 8y equals to minus 17.
17.
So that's it.
Sir, please, can you come again?
Thank you, sir.
Hello?
Please, can you come again?
Sir.
From
The last
where?
thing you said.
I should
The
come
last
from
equation.
where? From Unilag to Akoka. From where?
No, equation of normal.
Okay. Now, you've gotten the equation of tangents to be this.
Okay, yes.
Is that okay? Now,
Yes,
for you
sir.
to get the equation of normal, it will look like you interchange the coefficient of x and y. Okay? Now, that one will be in the form 5x minus 8y equals to k. Or if I like, I can say it's going to be in the form of 8y minus 5x equals to k. It's still the same thing. Is that okay? So all you need to do is to interchange the coefficient of x and y and negate either y or x. Anyone. And you now substitute the value of the points into this equation to get the value of your k and write it back. Is that okay?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much for attending.
If you negative x, you won't
I
get
wish you all the best.
you get 17.
Thank you, sir.
Hello?
So every other information will pass across to your class rep.
Problem, sir.